All right, guys, welcome back to Subliminal Escapes. My name is Steven Stangalini. We appreciate you being here. We are currently at Eastlake RV Resort in Houston, Texas. I'll put the description and the link below, and I'll put up a graphic on the screen so you can see exactly where this place is at. But this is a wonderful resort. Now, one of the things we're doing here on Subliminal Escapes, besides cruising and going to exotic destinations, is we are utilizing our fifth wheel toy hauler and showing you what it's like to go glamping, as they say, and featuring each of the RV parks that we go to. Stick around. This is going to be a walking tour of Eastlake RV Resort in Houston, Texas. All right, guys, it's really hot out here right now, so I will keep it brief. This is our fifth wheel toy hauler, new from what we had in our video at a Riverside RV Resort in Stockton, I believe. This is a 44-foot fifth wheel toy hauler, same company, Genesis. Expect a tour soon to come. All right, guys, moving on from our truck, we're just going to walk around the resort, kind of show you what it's about, talk a little bit about RVs. The people next to us have a Class A, really nice rig too. Anyway, let's do it. We're just going to walk through the resort. Now, I'm on one of the roadways I'll show you on the map that is not abeam the lake. You can see the lake in the background over there. We're going to walk abeam the lake in a little bit. I don't want to walk through someone else's campsite, but this shows what it's like at Eastlake RV Resort in Houston, Texas. Now, when you come to places like this, you can do like we do, and you can get a place to stay for the night or for 5 days. There's dog poop stations, dog walk area over there. But when you come to places like this, you can stay the night, stay a couple nights, or full time. Sorry about that, guys. There were a ton of sirens in the background. I was trying to say you can come to places like this for the night. You can come for a week. You can full time like a lot of residents do. And these are some of the amenities that you can use when you come to places such as this. This is an outdoor kitchen. You have a sink in the cooking area, a couple grills. This is the lake in the center of the park. That is the west side of the park over there. I'm on the east side right now. Little fire pit, lovely area. They say not to bring your pets out here because rumor has it there might be gators in this pond. That I don't know, but you see those sites across the way, those are prime sites. Same with here, guys, where you can back up and have a lake view any time of the year. Now, I think our rig is too big for that. I have to double check. Anyway, let's keep walking. Let's keep talking about Eastlake RV Resort in Houston, Texas. So as you see, the road kind of divides a little bit here. We came from that direction. We're going to continue walking northbound along the waterfront. We'll make our way around the RV resort. So one of the things I want to talk about with a place like this and why we stay here is we didn't come here to get away, so to say. We utilize this to see friends and to accomplish something. Well, what does that mean? Kind of like in our River View RV Resort in Stockton. This place, Michelle's not on vacation. She's still working. So since she works remote, we have the option to get away when I have time off. And she could still work from anywhere. With views like this, it just makes it nicer. The beauty of this is we can see friends. And that's what we came out here to do. I have a friend who lives 10 minutes away, and we're going to meet him tonight, go to a baseball game. We have another friend who lives 30 minutes away. We're going to meet him tomorrow. Here, check these views out, guys. I mean, look at this. These are the sights you get if you come here to Eastlake RV Resort in Houston, Texas. But that's why we come to places like this. Earlier today, since I have a fifth wheel toy hauler that's towed by a pickup truck, I took that truck and I went and did a little shopping. If you have a Class A or even a Class C, like this Class A here, you have to have a vehicle and you have to be able to tow it if you want to be mobile. Otherwise, when you get to camp, you're stuck. You're not going anywhere. So having said that, I went out earlier today and I went and bought a couple items, some hats for the baseball game tonight, came right back to camp. It's nice to be able to go places and not need a hotel room. And this is in the heart of Houston. I mean, we're not in downtown, but we're certainly not out in the country. But you wouldn't feel like it coming to a place like this. Now, you do see there are residents here. A lot of people full-time. You could tell by their setups. I don't see anything unsightly here. I don't see anything that would say, hey, this could be a problem, this is trouble. All these sites are really well kept. People are minding their manners, keeping their areas clean. Every now and then, people put out like a little dog pen for their animals. Now, are these people here full-timers? I don't know. They may just be visiting. And the ones that are empty probably are people out for the day doing stuff. You know what I mean? Doing activities. I'll give you guys some more footage of the resort, the lake. This is a swimming pool right here. We can walk toward it. I'll show you what it looks like. A little windy, so I hope there's no wind noise. But that's the swimming area. Houston, Texas, y'all. Front office, bathrooms, cooking area. You can tell like that's a full-timer right there. They usually build something, and there's nothing wrong with it. I may full-time at some point, but they usually build something more permanent on their rig, and they're comfortable. They have a lot of benefits to full-timing versus renting or owning a home outside of the RV lifestyle. Propane fill. This is great. We used this last time we were here. Drop off your propane tank and they come, fill it up, text you when it's done, you come and get it. Dog wash, golf cart rentals, and as we round the corner, this site here on the very end where that individual walking your animal is, was our site before. Great site on the end, not far from free air dumpsters if you need to dump your trash. It's kind of nice. Front office is here. Parking when you come in. We can go out and walk by the office. This is a maintenance shop where there's always people working hard to keep this place looking good. We'll go ahead and walk over here, get another view of the lake. I am now facing south, eastbound. A little bit of wind. Sorry for that. I'll cover the mic. Hopefully you can hear me. Patio area. Everything we just walked by. We're on the other side where that flag is, pretty much. Opposite side of the lake. A lot of good property here, guys. Let's keep going. Let's keep going on the tour. This rig right in front of us here, that's where we were last year when we stayed. And that says a lot. We came back a year later. Now, not only did we come back because we like the resort so much, but we came back to see our beloved friends who mean a lot to us. So that goes to say, when you get an RV, you don't have to go to national parks. You don't have to go sit in the middle of a forest. If you want, you could. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You use it how you're going to use it. If you choose to sell your home, go out and buy one of these things and live at an RV resort, nothing wrong with it. Look at fence down there, probably a full-timer. That's okay. Look at the view you have every day for the next 6 months or year or however long your lease is. This is kind of cool. These are shades for some big rigs. That's a beautiful Alliance Valor right there, the rear awning. But look at these shades. In the middle of summer, this might be something that would be very appealing to visitors. Nonetheless, people who are full-timing. Now, as I said before, we're not full timing. We go to places in our fifth wheel toy hauler to visit people and make the best out of getting away. Look at this, guys. Fountain. The drive was crazy, coming from Phoenix to Houston, 2 days. We left at 2:30 in the morning Phoenix time on Wednesday morning, and that put us into Fort Stockton after a couple stops, a rest stop and a troubleshooting stop at about 5:30 Texas time. 13 hours total, of which probably 10 and a half was driving. Which leads me to the next topic. One of those hours was spent troubleshooting. We have a new rig and we had problems. When you get into RVing, guys, when you get into this lifestyle, you've got to expect things are going to break. They really are. Things are going to break. And it happens. It's one of those things where when it does, you have a toolkit. You pull out your toolkit and you fix it. You fix the stuff that broke or has broken or has become broken. This is a nice area. So in our case, we had the rear privacy curtain mount, what holds the privacy curtain to the ceiling. It's also some type of trim. Real quick, guys, you can go that way and go around to get to these sites. We're going to cut through and go this way back to our rig. We stopped at some point to rest, and it didn't become rest at all because the whole thing came crashing down. Luckily, it didn't break a window. Me always having a toolkit with me ready to fix, I began to troubleshoot and figure out how am I going to fix. And it turns out all of the holes the screws were mounted in were completely stripped. So rather than try to fix it and go down and get screws or self-tapping screws that are a size bigger that can bore into the wood and hold it in place, I called the dealer. It's under warranty. It's going to be fine. They're going to fix it. Is it the end of the world? No. Is it annoying? Absolutely. Brand new rig. Stuff happens. I got to get over it, you know? And you have to expect that stuff will happen. So having said that, part of our journey was interrupted troubleshooting, dealing with trim that broke. We had a couple other items go wrong. We log them when we drop the rig off at our dealer. They fix it. We've made our way around the whole lake at this point. This is that Class A next to us. This is our rig right here. It's 2026 Genesis Supreme 40 GS SB, 44 feet long. And this is why I chose this side also. When the patio comes down, which it does, and that's another topic of conversation, we still have a view partially of the lake. I didn't know if I would fit in one of those lakeside ones. They want 60 feet. I think they're 60 to 50 feet long. And even though the trailer is 44 feet, my truck hooked up to the trailer is 62 feet. So this site's 75 feet. I could fit while I'm hooked up. I pulled forward though, so I can put the patio down. That would take up space. And my truck isn't taking up too much space outside of the site versus people who parallel park or perpendicular park to their site. I think we're good. Anyway, guys, as I was saying, some people say, well, why get a toy hauler if you have no toys? Well, that rear ramp door, let me show you. And I'll incorporate some B-roll footage to show you. That turns into a patio. When the door comes down, it's usually used to load toys. If you're not loading toys, how do you use it? Use it as a patio. We have that in some of our other videos on our other rig. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to get out, hang out. Again, right now our sites, we got here yesterday, so we're not fully set up all the way. It's really hot right now, guys. I'm gonna go inside. Just wanted to give you a quick tour of this campsite. Site 225 Eastlake RV Resort in Houston, Texas. Thanks for watching, guys.